But like, that's such the dichotomy of being a female.
Mhm.
Like, you don't want people to notice you and objectify you for your looks, but then there are times you're like, ugh, well, it'd be nice to be considered pretty.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Generation in Between, a Xennial podcast where we remember, revisit, relearn, rewatch. That's what we're doing right now.
Not like currently right now.
Not right this second, but this episode is about a rewatch, and these are all things that happened in our lives when we were 80s kids or 90s teens. I got really off track, but this is an 80s and 90s podcast, and I am Katie.
And I am Danny, and we're here. If you hear beautiful music in the background, that is Miss Gina teaching voice lessons at Space Coast Performing Arts. So, advertisement for Katie's business. Voila.
Sounds beautiful.
Katie's going to be teaching some later, so
I am.
If you want some lessons, hit them up.
So you can't come today. We're booked, friends. Just kidding. You're totally going to hear this a couple days later. That was a dad
I don't know
joke.
what's going on with you. I don't know what's happening.
I'm a mess.
Also, Katie is so nice and brought us coffee, except she got decaf, and that just makes me sad.
It's only because I've had so much caffeine already.
And then maybe you shouldn't have gone to Starbucks.
I know. Then I already said I would, and then it was in my head, and I had to get a gift card anyway. Honestly.
Who's the gift card for?
It's for Gina. It's her
birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Gina.
Happy birthday to you. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about these episodes. So if you're new here, hey.
Hello.
We are rewatching the Xennial classic that was only a one-season wonder, My So-Called Life. Love it. Katie has never watched it.
Nope.
And I haven't rewatched it ever. I only watched it in real time. So we're very pumped. We're going to talk about 3 episodes every one of our episodes. That's the ratio.
Correct.
3 to 1. Hopefully.
Yes. So the last
we got
one
it done today. No problem.
The last one you heard was episodes 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And today we're doing episodes 5, 6, 7.
5, 6.
6,
Nah, 7. I knew it.
Sorry.
I didn't even look at you. I closed my eyes.
She was like, I refuse to acknowledge that you just did the 6, 7 move.
Is that still a thing? They still be doing
it's
that? It's
probably not if I'm doing it.
I mean, I don't know. I still don't understand it, but that's fine.
It has no meaning.
Okay, we're going to jump right in. We're going to talk about season 5. Okay, first of all, I'm dying laughing when I listened to our recording the other day about the song titles of the episode, because now every time I see an episode title, I just think this is totally not a song.
I can't believe I so confidently declared that.
Like, girl, you had.
I thought so. Okay,
100%.
So "Dancing in the Dark" is a song
Yes,
title.
it is. You're right.
And I really did think, was it "Guns and Gossip" or "Gossip and Guns" or whatever? And I only saw those 2. And I'm surprised, although I haven't looked, that people on social media haven't gotten really mad at me yet for that clip. Maybe they have and I missed it. Like being like, what do you mean?
No.
You didn't know if it was song titles.
Well, we had
now,
a bunch
blah,
of
blah,
views
blah.
for a minute, and then now they're back down again.
I guess we have to say something normal that makes people mad, which is what we did last time.
Well, no, I mean, our last viral clip was the one about Rayanne. It was just so random.
About her being royalty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, but anyway, so now every time I think of one of these episode titles, I think of Katie thinking it's a song. So that I say that because season 1, episode 5 is called The Zit.
That should be a song.
I mean, it might be.
Should be.
Here, the summary is pretty simple. A pimple on Angela's face brings out all her insecurities. Girl, let's go. I feel that every day.
Every day of my life.
Went to the Zit doctor this morning.
You sure did. I can't believe you're still dealing with that now.
Bitch, what do you mean? It's my whole life, ever since I was in my 20s. It's fucking unfair.
Like this episode with the Zit, I was thinking back to that time period.
I don't have to even think back.
Not that I never get a Zit, but like I remember being a teen and it like always being a thing.
No, that's my life.
That is your life.
It's hormonal acne. And those of you out there who are adult, I've said it before and I'll say it again on this podcast. If you are a adult acne sufferer, I see you and I hear you. It's a struggle of life. I put so many things on my face. It's doing okay right now. Like I still get zits from like the stage makeup and then the new job with sweating. That's just, my big struggle is giant cystic zits, and those suck because they hurt and they take months to go away and it's miserable.
So those haven't been bad since you've been on your creams and medicines and stuff?
Well, they go through phases. So
it's probably like, because I have eczema and I have to switch up what I use for it from time to time because my skin kind of adapts to it.
Well, mine is usually what's happening in here, like inside, which sucks because as a female, an aging female,
everything's going on inside all the time.
Everything changes. So like when I was pregnant, it was terrible. Actually, when I was a teenager, my skin was great. It wasn't until I was in my 20s.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty normal. A lot of people who have adult acne, it doesn't happen until your 20s.
Okay.
And then it's the rest of your life.
Hooray.
Fuck that. All right.
Nope. No good.
So anyway, I said the first thing I wrote down was I wrote Rayanne's bag is like Katie's bag.
Oh, yeah. That bag was hilarious.
She has this giant bag and starts pulling all this crap out. I'm like, that is 100% Katie.
And we just talked about it.
I
know. That's so funny. Rayanne has her own Mary Poppins bag.
She sure do.
And so this is a dumb question, but I swear I thought they were freshmen. But then this episode, they talk about how they're sophomores. Did I miss something?
No, I think I said that they were freshmen because I thought they were, because this came out my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And I think I thought it was, but they're not. Yeah. Okay. I thought they were, but I'm incorrect.
I mean, in a way that kind of makes more sense because her like kind of separating from one friend group and going to another. Yeah. When she was already in high school. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So they've got this top 40 list, this freshman list that's just gross.
It's gross.
We hate it. And it's basically listing all these different, I guess you could call them like superlatives.
It's like, who has the best rack? Who has the best whatever? Here's the thing though, like even as much as they hate it and they disagree with it, they want to be on it.
Well, like Rayanne loves that she's on it.
Right. But like, that's such the dichotomy of being a female.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want people to notice you and objectify you for your looks, but then there are times where like, well, it'd be nice to be considered pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like Angela's like, well, I'm not on it. She's like disappointed that she's not on it.
Right.
Or I think Rayanne says, don't worry, you're not on it. And then they show like Claire Danes like, like sad.
And that's patriarchy, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's that it just comes to get you. And it's like, who's making this fucking list? Well, then we find out who did it.
Yeah. It's the guy friends of the football guy who's dating, why? Sharon? I almost said Sharon. And then I was like, wait, is that her mom's name? No, her mom's Camille. Look at me. All right. I wrote down that band class is so universal. When they're in the band class and they've got the band director.
Well, you weren't either.
No, I wasn't either.
Like, wait a minute.
But I just feel like the room and just the teacher.
But were you laughing at how she was playing that clarinet? I was like, girl, that is not how you play a clarinet.
That was really funny.
She was like, hoo, 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 hoo. It was so funny.
And then Brian on the flute.
I don't remember how he did the flute. I just couldn't stop laughing at her in the clarinet.
I know. She was really funny.
I was like, that is wrong. Because when I was in elementary school, I played clarinet for 2 years. 2 years I played it. And I was really bad at it. I didn't like the reed nonsense and played the piano for a long time. But
yeah, I get that.
Into my band career.
I said I love her overalls. Am I talking about Angela? Because honestly, between these 3 episodes,
I know
they all wore overalls.
Well,
at different points.
Have you noticed now? Like you see the same clothes come back on different people.
I think this episode was Angela.
I don't know because I had something about overalls later.
Okay,
so I don't remember.
And this is the episode where Angela's mom, Patty, wants them to enter this mother-daughter fashion show, and so she's gonna like make the outfit for them, which is what all the mothers and daughters do apparently.
What kind of world is that? I did not live in that world.
My mom, I don't know if she made matching stuff, but she went through a phase probably a little before this, like early 90s, where she decided she wanted to sew stuff for us.
Wow.
And she would get the patterns and we would go to Joann Fabrics. I wanted to find it for today. I'll find it for social. Just remind me.
Was she doing that when she was working?
This was probably before she went back to work. Or
I was say, when did she have time to do that?
I had this one dress that was like purple flowers and it had like I don't know how to explain it, but like the shoulder piece of fabric and then the dress, and it was like really long. I wore it to a father-daughter dance.
Say it again. The shoulder piece of fabric.
I don't know how to explain it.
And
it's
then
like
the dress.
It's almost like a cuff, but it goes all the way around your shoulders and back. It's like this thick.
Wait a minute.
It's like a cuff. Okay, now I have to find the picture.
I know, we gotta have a picture.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I loved that dress.
But your mom made it?
That dress.
My mom was not that kind of mom,
She made it.
guys.
And how delightful was the mother-daughter fashion show at the end?
Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. I was dead.
I was like,
Dead on the
every
floor.
outfit after the next, I was like, these are so real now.
These are so freaking hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
And like a mom and a daughter in each one, like a different like size, but
So
the exact
funny.
same outfit. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Little hats. Oh my God.
I was dying. Oh, I did put, going back, and this was pretty early on in the episode, I said Claire Danes was truly a master actor at a very young age.
I said the same thing. Later.
Like, the way she'll like choose to tilt her head or like her face. I'm like, that is a skill.
Yeah. And for film especially.
Right.
Because when they're up close like that, a lot of actors, especially young actors, because they're just learning the trade, they'll overact.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even if you're used to stage acting, I could see how that would happen.
Well, exactly. I mean, because most kids, even when they make it in like child acting, like mostly have done like stage stuff or whatever by that point. And that's the thing. She uses the slightest nuance, knowing it can. And I mean, maybe she had an amazing acting coach too. I'm sure they had someone for them. But a lot of that is just instinct.
She's so good.
She's really good.
She's so good. But then speaking of the moms, their whole convo about being fat.
Yep. But I loved what Camille said.
I don't remember.
She said, I actually like how I look now. She's like, I like the way I look.
Because she's thin was the point.
I just thought she meant like she doesn't care anymore.
No, that's not what she said. Is because she used to be in a bigger body.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, I remember I was fat. And Patty was like, oh, and she's like, okay, yeah. And then she talked, and then she said she lost the weight. And she said, but I like how I look now because she's skinny now.
Oh, I thought she meant like,
no,
I've just accepted that this is
because
how I
she's
look.
thin.
Oh, I see. Because I thought it was when Patty was talking about aging, and she was like, "Yeah, I like how I look."
Right, but it was right after they talked about her being overweight.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just very sensitive to this right now because, like, we've just been talking about a lot of body things because we're taking this huge pendulums. I'm not going into all that but Katie and I have been talking about it. There's this huge pendulum swing back to extreme thinness, and like there was so much progress made over the past decade or so that is now, I swear to God, it's just disappeared.
It's just gone,
And I say that from like a fitness professional standpoint too, that I've worked with so many women who have worked really hard to overcome stuff and now it's like gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Like it's just gone because we are in the societal swing back and it's like, no.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to watch this from the 90s and see these moms talking about who are thin, they are thin women, talking about their bodies and you know, they talk about aging and like that's real. Like it's a hard thing to come to grips with. But anyway.
Yeah. I did say I like the storyline with them having that talk. But then you're looking at Patty and she's thin, clear skin, not a wrinkle in sight.
Correct.
And she's talking about all these like signs of aging. And I'm looking at her and I get that she's an actress and like good camera, good makeup. But I was like, it's kind of unbelievable.
Well, right. Because then, I mean, I just think that whenever you're watching this as like this used to happen to me in my house all the time because my mom was tiny and my sister, I am built, we're all short, but we're built a little different. Like, and like I would see my mom, I would hear my mom never spoke to us badly about our appearance, but she would talk badly about her appearance all the time. And she'd be like, oh, my stomach is so big and I'm so fat and I hate my nose and like I can't go anywhere without makeup on. So guess what happened? Guess what you absorb is that instead of her telling me, you know, and plus I gained weight differently than them and like just things were just different. And so, you know, so Patty being all thin and beautiful, being like, ugh. And I think it's a couple episodes later where she asks her husband, like, do I look fat?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what do you even mean? Now, granted, we all have our own things. Like, we do.
That could be part of the point.
True.
That no matter what you look like, you have self-conscious
of course,
or whatever. That could be part of it. I mean, I am the one that brought this up just now, but like I did have that moment later. I was like, okay, but like maybe that's the point. It doesn't matter what you look like. You're going to feel self-conscious.
Well, I guess.
But I know what you mean.
But it is hard because then you're like, well, anyway, and then, I mean, that even comes up later because doesn't Angela tell her mom that she thinks she's beautiful or something like that?
Yeah.
So, because she's like, you're so beautiful and I'm ugly. And like,
she does say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does say that.
But anyway, I just wrote this episode talks so much about being judged on body appearance and then like body comfort in your own self, which I thought was good. In a good way, even though some of it was kind of cringy. A lot of it was good because Angela's 15 and you feel weird in your body. You
do
feel weird.
And I think they came at it from a lot of angles. So they had like the older women talking about it. And
which again, you feel weird at middle age.
You do. And then, and they reference back to when they were teenagers, which was cool. And then the teenagers, and then Sharon, who has something maybe like some girls would like love to be said about them. Now she's really self-conscious. Right. And she, of course, she doesn't like being objectified for her breast size. Right. Of course not. But like, other people like, oh, that's a good one. Like, oh, like even the women are saying that to her, the young women. And so I do think it was a good way to like show, like, one, maybe don't objectify anyone and don't hold everyone to the same bodily standard. And I think they did do that. Like you said, kind of cringeworthy, but I think they tried to come at it from different angles and different ages and different perspectives.
Yeah, I do.
So,
but then again, I wrote, speaking of that, why do some of these high schoolers look 40? Like every episode.
I can't stop seeing it.
I know.
Now. It's like the core kids, yes.
I know.
But then like everybody else, no.
No.
What did I say? Boyfriend's explanation at first.
I wrote that too, where he said Kyle's reasons. I wrote them down. Kay. Kyle's reasons for wanting to date Sharon, besides looks. Okay. Was her smile. Hello, that's her looks, but that's fine. You're usually in a good mood.
He did say that.
And number 3, you seem to like me.
But also, back at that age, wasn't that enough for someone to say to us?
That
probably
should not be enough.
I'm just saying.
Like, you're usually in a good mood and you seem to like me. Like, that's fucking stupid. Nobody says you're smart, you're kind, you're funny.
Right.
Nope. You have a good smile, and I think you like me too.
So therefore, let's make this happen.
I was like, what is that bullshit? It's terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Some of the stuff bad. I don't know what I was talking about. I put a Malcolm X clip on mid-90s TV.
Well, they watched that clip in class, or are they watching it at home? I thought they were.
Oh yeah, they were watching in class. Well, I just said that was
that was a really good clip.
It was,
because that quote in there, which I guess I've seen a lot of places, bits and pieces of that quote, like who told you to not like the way you look, essentially. But I don't think I've ever seen that clip.
Except
what?
He was talking to Black people.
He was,
and I think now, I mean, to take it out of context, I think they were just showing it. That they were watching it in class.
And the theme of like, but everyone doesn't like how they look.
Yeah, but it's not the same because you don't have a society oppressing you and telling you that you are less than because of the color of your skin and how your genetics have your bone structure and all of that. So that did kind of sit with me, kind of like, don't use Malcolm X's words to make these white high schoolers feel better. Like, it was just that's not fair. The same. It's not the same.
And
like,
that's very of the time using those.
I think that's what I meant. Use. Now that I think that's what I meant. But anyway,
not that it's a bad quote or that we don't agree. But you're right. He's talking.
Well, they're using it in the wrong way.
He's talking to a very specific group of people, not the people in this show.
He was talking to Black Americans, who were being oppressed and segregated against and treated horribly and dehumanized.
Right.
And so. Anyway, it was but that I was wondering why I wrote that down. That's why. Also, I wrote down something Sharon said. She was like, "Why do girls have to tear each other down?" Facts. But it's not just girls. Boys do it too.
They do.
But I mean, some people never grow up outside of the high school realm, and they still do that. And I don't I will never. I will never understand that. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. It's just like so many other important things to like talk about and worry about and also value in people.
Well, and like, what do you gain? I guess that's what I when you're putting so much negativity out there, now I understand people are going to have tiffs and problems, and that's fine.
And they need to vent and all that.
But that's different. What I'm talking about is like when you're bad mouthing people all over the place, what you're putting that energy out there. What do you think you're going to get back in a positive way?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing positive is going to come from that. If that makes you feel better, that's not a positive thing. That's a negative thing. Like that means something's wrong with you.
And again, sometimes with like a trusted person, like your partner or your friend or whatever, you need to just vent. But like you said, like just kind of constantly, and it seems like some people are just looking for the negative.
Like some people in power, just saying.
Oh, yeah, well.
Hello?
You went there, not me. But also, yes,
I
agree. Also, so did I just now.
She's like, you said it, but
doubled down.
What else do you have for this one?
I put that trying to help your kids can also make them feel self-conscious. And I'm talking about the part where the mom's like, oh, if you get a warm washcloth and you hold it, and then it makes the daughter like, oh my God, you're worried. Now you're worried about how my zit looks.
It's so hard, that fine line.
And having teens around, we get this because of course we don't care how they look with a zit or whatever.
But they don't know yet.
But we've been through
all
the things. Like one of my kids has the exact same skin as me. Not all of them. And I'm like, oh, like this is what will work for you.
And they're like,
and they'll be like, no. I'm like, okay, I'm telling you.
I know. Well, I mean, like I have acne, right? I've had it for 20 something years.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what a normal pimple looks like and when you need to go get it looked at. And so, but
I know, but it's such a fine line.
What do I know? And what do you know?
And
We've just been here for a minute.
We're just
nothing.
Firsthand accounts of acne and other miscellaneous things.
But yeah, it is true, that fine line of knowing how to help them. But sometimes they don't want your help. And you just,
also,
my husband's real good about like, just let them be. And I'm like, but like, they don't know.
I have the answer.
And sometimes what they do is they'll bitch and moan to your face, but then they go do what you say.
Oh.
But they don't want you to know they're doing it.
9 times out of 10.
Right.
For sure.
So
you're glad you said it. I also said that RuPaul's still relevant.
I know.
And it was funny when he said something about RuPaul and the mom's like, you know who that is? And he was like, of course. When they're talking about the book and Jordan says, it's made up, right? Which book is this? In class.
Is that the next episode with the substitute?
I don't think so. But now I can't remember which one they're talking about, but it was just funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And then I just said, what an amazing 3 minutes that fashion show was.
Oh, God.
I had so much fun watching that.
What book was it?
I can't remember now because it was before the substitute. And they're talking about it in class. And it's like this totally, Franz Kafka, the cockroach.
Oh,
that's what Metamorphosis. And so because he didn't read it, which we kind of find out.
Yes.
Brian is telling him about it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, blah, 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 and a cockroach. And he goes, it's made up, right?
Yeah.
And
Jordan
I was like,
Catalano.
oh, God bless you, son.
Oh,
God bless you.
Bless.
Okay.
Moving on. This episode was interesting. Season 1, episode 6, The Substitute. Also not a hit song, guys.
Not yet. Look out.
Not until we write it. Angela falls under the sway of an electrifying and extremely unconventional substitute English teacher. P.S. This was a common trope in the mid-90s because this gave me Dangerous Minds vibes, Dead Poets Society. What other millions of other movies with
so many where it's like, here comes this wild and quirky
we're
teacher.
Gonna shake up the system and hey, who needs papers, who needs books, I'm gonna stand on a desk.
I didn't like this one as much.
I didn't either. And
because of that.
I didn't either. And I said, what kind of sub can just come in, form assignments, and then throw papers out a window?
Right. None.
Sir, you do whatever is left for you.
Right, right.
You don't get to just make up stuff.
I said, this teacher, what's the deal? And then later I said, storyline is strange.
It is strange. It was just weird.
Strange. And then I said, Claire Danes is an amazing actress.
And did we notice that his voice sounded fake? And it almost sounded like some comedic character or a cartoon, and I couldn't figure out which one it was.
So he's kind of known for like that voice and just literally being that character. He was on Cheers. He was I want to say Is he the one that Shelley? No, I think he's the one that Kirstie Alley ends up marrying. He's like a British guy, or you know what?
this
No,
guy's
it's
not
Shelley
British.
Long's character.
That's who it was?
It's the same guy. Yeah, it's the same actor, and he basically kind of plays the same character, same voice traits and stuff. Although
But
I
if
guess he
he's
wasn't very
British,
British on this one.
He wasn't British at all. He was like a weird
one.
Like a almost New York, but
I think
not
he's
really.
British on Cheers, yeah.
I don't know. His voice sounded weird. I was like, what is it?
Mhm.
It's like he's trying to sound like some weird character. I couldn't figure it out. The whole episode, I'm like, what does he sound like?
What does he sound like?
I was like, it was just annoying me.
Yeah. I will say one thing is the fashion in this one. Almost every comment I had was like fashion. So Ryan's outfit she had like the ball cap on and then the cat sweater at the same time.
Yeah.
And then later in the episode, she had on like a tie-dye skirt.
She
like
looks
a floral
crazy all
top.
the time, and I love it.
And like hot pink tights.
Amazing.
I don't know. They were really good. And then Ricky had a sunflower t-shirt
and
overalls. And I wish we could have seen that one more because I saw it in passing like twice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that outfit's so good.
So good. I had sunflower shorts.
I think I did too.
Did you?
And you know how you could get like I'm thinking of like black denim that had like the little sunflower pattern on it. I think I had shorts like that.
Mine were navy with the sunflowers.
Okay. That really made the sunflowers pop.
I think they also actually. I think it was navy gingham with sunflowers on it, which is so funny that I wore that. That's not my jam, but I guess it was for a minute.
I guess it was.
And you know why I remember them is because I wore them on the first day of school. I was like super pumped because it was hot where I was from. So you don't wear like sweaters and shit on the first day of school because it's hot. And they were too short to wear to school, but I knew the first day that we would not get dress coded on the first day.
So you're like one and done.
I'm taking advantage.
Here we go.
And I had this white remember the ribbed shirt?
Yes.
And it like tied in the front.
Yes. Oh my God, that's so great. That's so great. And I definitely had, I remember an outfit that I loved in like 8th grade, and it was the white like baby t-shirt with a giant sunflower with my overalls with a blue flannel shirt worn but not buttoned up.
Great.
I think I have pictures of that.
You know what? I have this later on the next episode. Overalls have never worked for my body, guys. Short people have a hard time, especially if you have a short torso and short legs. Overalls just make you look like an Oompa Loompa.
I almost just said that.
Yeah.
Not that I think you do.
No, and they're always too long. And then you have to like adjust the straps so crazy. And then it's like the whole thing is overalls on this body just don't work. And if you have any kind of like little tummy that's not proportionate to the rest of you, talk about Oompa Loompa. That's what you'd be looking like. I tried. Every year or so I'd try again and be like, I'm going to get a different pair. And then I'd put them on and be like, they still don't.
You're like,
still hate these. Still hate them.
But you have a pair, you have a dress like that. You have
overalls.
You have a Harry Potter one that's got like the bib. Don't you?
Oh yeah, but that's not overalls because it's a skirt.
Yeah, that's true.
You see?
Yeah, I do.
There's nothing that attaches anywhere. It makes you look like you have a long penis as well.
Oh.
Well, because you're short.
Yes.
So like nothing lines up right.
Nothing lines up right.
Like that's the thing. People don't understand. Like short people have a hard time getting clothes. It's just rough. And then I try to buy stuff in kids' departments sometimes, but that's weird because kids' bodies are not built like grown-ass people's bodies.
Right. It's not
it's not just the link.
Right. Like there's other things.
It's a mess. It's just a mess. Anyway, moving on. I wrote down teens and poems. Why? And this has happened on so many TV shows that we watch and movies. Why do they write these deep anonymous things on these poems, on these shows and movies, if you don't want anyone to read it?
Because you're writing it for class.
Right. Like this is an assignment. You're not at home in your diary notebook or whatever. Like, and they're like, oh God, that's mine. I'm like, bitch, you knew. Right. I'm be doing this. What do you mean?
I know.
What are you even doing?
And were we supposed to know what this oak tree, did you?
What do you mean?
Well, immediately they're like, well, the oak tree poem. And I was like, is this a reference?
I think it's one she just wrote before. No, okay. I think it's just one she wrote before.
Like, were we supposed to know about this before this episode? Like, what's going on?
No, I think it's just one that got published in it before.
Oh,
because remember that's like an annual thing.
Yeah. And it's published by her mom's printing company or her family printing company. Okay, got it. Well, what are your thoughts then on the censorship aspect of this
Here's the
episode?
thing. I mean, these are still kids. Like, I was kind of on both sides of the fence here. Like, I don't think you should I mean, public school is one thing. Like, you're teaching and these are high school students, but they're still under 18.
Right.
So there's certain things you should include and not include. And that's just, I just think you're dealing with children.
Right.
So a poem about sex in high school, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, but then again, it kind of is because they're students.
Right.
I mean, they're kids.
Right.
So I think they both had good points.
Yeah. I kind of felt the same way. And I just didn't like the teacher. So I was like, am I
know.
against him or what? What don't I like about him? And then later we find out what it is. But yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, even here at the studio, like, this is an example. We have an improv class and we have rules. Ask me why we have these rules. You can't kill anyone in your pretend skit. You can't hurt animals in your pretend skit. You can't just use like, of course you can't use bad words, but you also like can't use like potty words, even for like teenagers.
No, yeah.
Because again, we don't need you going home and like, oh, we discussed
and
this
you have
murder
kids of all different backgrounds too.
That too.
So like,
and so you would think like, well, those seem like maybe they don't come up that often, but they kind of do, which I also understand because it's developing brains and the creativity is going off. But we have to, and that's, I guess, censorship in a way of their creativity. But again, we have to think of everyone in the class, and everyone is a child.
I think it's a tricky thing because I don't think libraries should be censored. You know, like public libraries, schools are a hard one because I do think they have books that they have taken out of schools it's insane that they have taken them out of schools.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the slippery slope, right?
Right. So that it's a tricky dynamic because I don't think it's all or nothing. I don't think it's, oh, you allow everything or you have nothing. I do think it should be grade dependent, you know, like things that high schoolers are reading maybe aren't things that should be in an elementary library.
Right.
But high schoolers should have different things than elementary students have.
That too.
So like, you know, and I don't know. I was kind of on both sides of the fence here with that.
Yeah.
Because they're still children. I mean, yes, they're teenagers, but they're still kids.
It's what it has to be.
So anyway, and then I wrote down, and this is something that I think of a lot nowadays. It says proof that you never know someone's full story. And this is in a good way and a bad way because you can be great at one thing, even though I didn't think he was great. The kids thought this was a great teacher and they loved him.
Yeah.
They like thought he was amazing. And then you can be horrible at other things. Obviously, he was a bad parent, a bad spouse. He was kind of a shit. He just left.
Like legally, he was supposed to stay put. So he broke the law.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also how your entire opinion on a person can change when you find out the entirety of their life.
Right. Or even just one little part of it you didn't know. That changes what you think of them.
Which is what happened with Angela. She was like, oh, well, actually, you're not great. You're kind of shitty. And I think everybody can relate to that, even with a teacher or with like a friend or a parent even. You know, you think because like her dad, you know, you think you know somebody and then you find out one thing and you're like, you're an entirely different person than I thought you were from this one bit of information.
Right.
So you never like know, which is kind of scary.
It is. And I think, I that's definitely something to think of. And also just think of like, I think about this a lot too. We meet new people a lot, especially young people like in the time of this show, but I think even adults now with how many ways we can meet people and stuff. And I think that too, like, you know, when you meet someone for the first time and you're in your 40s and so are they, there's a lot.
Oh, a lot
that you don't know. And it's not, doesn't mean you shouldn't make new friends and it doesn't mean you shouldn't trust people, but I do think about that. And maybe because I'm around so many children so often, I have to think like that now. And I have to think like, who am I background checking? And if they're not background checking, what can they be at that we host? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like this guy,
right?
Someone could have come from freaking New Hampshire and have a whole whatever back there,
Right.
and be presenting as a very nice, upstanding, wonderful citizen here. So it really does. It's a good reminder. And kids don't really understand that.
Mm-hmm.
They just
and we forget.
Mm-hmm. We forget.
We forget. And I think you and I are very once you burn me, you're burned forever. But I think in the beginning when I meet people, I just expect that you're a good person.
Which I think is the way it should be.
But then, I find out something bad about you, or you do something bad to somebody, you done.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio through and through, so burned forever.
No turning back.
It's hard. I do forgive people, but it takes a lot. I'll be quite honest.
You do?
Yes,
Okay.
I do, but it takes a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does, because loyalty is something I hold near and dear to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes a lot for me to be I don't just write people off for no reason.
Of course not.
But
you're not looking for the drama. But okay, I said those giant glasses of wine that they are always drinking at dinner.
Those are not even giant. They're so small.
I think they're filled to the top.
But they're baby 90s glasses.
I don't know. They look big to me when they're holding it in their hand.
I thought they were small.
Really?
I was he's always walking around with this baby wine glass. It's so little.
Okay. I thought they were big.
It's so little. Well, because now they make them bigger because you're supposed to let wine breathe. You don't fill it up all the way.
Maybe it's just the
some
optical
of us
illusion of it being full. That made me think it was a
lot.
That's
hilarious.
Yeah.
I gotta pull up pictures because I thought they were little.
All right. Well, if you see pictures of this on social media, you guys can weigh in and tell us. Is it a lot of wine? I mean, it looked to me like it was 9 or 10 ounces of wine.
No, that is not 9 or 10 ounces.
You don't think so?
No, trust and believe. I know what 9 or 10 ounces of wine is.
To be fair, you are a bartender.
Yeah. Well, and I also drank a lot of wine, so that is
to be fair,
not.
You drink a lot of wine.
Yeah. In fact, this was really funny. The other night, on Friday nights after our show, we have a green room, and our director's amazing and encourages everybody to hang out and stuff. Usually, I'll stay and hang out on a Friday night, but I don't usually hang out the other times, but. I was me and another lady in the cast. I won't say her name in case she doesn't want me to.
We'll leave
We're standing there, and I was I'm tired. I don't think I'm gonna have any wine. And she was like, me either. I think I'm just gonna drink water. And then Kitty was like, what? She's like, what is wrong? Y'all aren't gonna. We were like, excuse me. And then of course, 2 seconds later, I was like, all right. So we both ended up with a glass of wine. But anyway,
they're pouring their wine, and they're like, we can't believe you said that about us. I'm like, you are.
We weren't serious.
About?
It was true. No, it was funny. And
literally,
we have one glass and we leave.
Well,
but
because
we're not sitting there drinking a whole bottle of wine.
No, we've just especially on a Friday night, I feel like we've all lived incredibly full weeks.
Yes.
And now we've also done a show.
You need to unwind.
Oh my gosh. It's
it's hard. And then it's hard to go home because generally most of the time people are sleeping in your house of some dynamic, if it's not everyone, and you're wired. I am awake forever.
Yeah.
If I stay there for even just 30 minutes, it's so much easier to come home and shower and unwind because I've gotten my chit chat out or whatever. And then,
right.
Going straight home is hard.
Much
anyway,
easier.
Moving on.
I love the part where Angela's talking, literally stares both of her parents in the face and says, this is finally an adult I can look up to.
Oh, I know. And they were like, what?
And they both just look at each other because we've all had that in some level from our kids. Like we tell them something over and over and they don't believe us. And they're like, oh, so-and-so said this. And you're like, I literally said that. Yeah. So it was just I thought that was a really good piece of writing.
Facts.
That was really good.
This green shirt is making my teeth look green. Go like this. See, look, our teeth look green.
A little bit.
What is that
I
about?
feel like mine look blue. Do mine look blue?
Ooh. I don't know. These shirts are so
I'm
bad.
not doing that anymore. Don't make me.
I keep seeing my teeth.
We might need to design a few more. I know you don't like to buy more, but I feel like we should design a couple more.
Well, these are getting a little worn.
That too.
Yeah.
It might be time.
Might be time.
All
right, moving
on. Okay, so then the teacher's talking about injustice, and I said, but also a white man of privilege talking about injustice, right?
Supposedly a white straight man as well.
Yes, supposedly. And I was just kind of like, okay, but what? And then, okay, so are we to believe that her parents dropped her off or allowed her to go to this man's house to confront him?
I think she just went there.
Okay. But they didn't seem too upset when she got home.
Yeah, who knows? It was the 90s though, Katie.
And then,
like, I mean, my parents did not know where I was half the time.
and then she gets in the car and rides home with him. But then Brian says, so you just get in a car with anyone? And I was like, that's what I was just thinking, Brian. Thank you.
Like doing stuff with him. She's like, I just, Brian is hilarious. I love
Brian. And then that English teacher they get at the end, the substitute. I was like, why is that me though? She's like, who wrote the oak tree? They're going to need to retype it. There's a footprint on it. I was just like, oh my God.
That's how you see yourself?
Yeah. I think if I was an English teacher, I think I would be like that. I was like, there I am.
Oh, no.
All right.
All right. Episode 7 is called Why Jordan Can't Read. Also not a hit song, guys.
These hit songs, the names just keep getting further and further away.
Further from a believer. But man, I watched our clip like 3 times. I was like, it's song titles. You're like, yep.
I can't believe my audacity.
Absolutely no receipts or backing on this.
Zero.
She just made it up.
And then they were like, yeah, Bruce Springsteen, obviously. And they were like, and then I was like, do you mean the band Guns N' Roses?
That was so funny. You're
I
like,
am
yep,
never going to declare I know anything again.
For a show you've never watched.
I am the least informed of us. Yeah.
Just on that.
On this show. This show. No, not the podcast, the show.
Oh.
This show that
this
we're
show
rewatching.
particularly.
Yeah,
correct.
particularly. Yes, I'm learning so much, though.
So, Angela's obsession with Jordan Catalano escalates into full-blown romance.
Ooh.
So let's keep in mind here, guys,
yes,
this kiss, he was 21, she was 15, or maybe 14. I'm not
14
sure.
or 15, we're not sure. I know.
It was so hard knowing that and watching it. It just hit so different.
I looked away.
Did you? Mm-hmm. It hit so different than when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, it's gross. It was gross.
Yeah.
I did like the parents in the bathroom, like getting ready for bed. And then the part where she's worried about if she's gained 6 or 7 pounds.
Why are you whispering again?
I don't know. I was just like catching myself like, yes, there was this one part of the scene that wasn't great. But what's funny is I was watching this one today just in my kitchen after everyone had left. My husband was working in the other room. So he would come in and out and he was standing there when that scene came on and he watched it and he was like, oh, so basically just like every conversation now that married people have. And I was like, yes, facts. And then he goes, oh, so is she pregnant? I was like, I don't know. We're going to find out as the episode goes on. So then later I said she wasn't pregnant. And he's like, who? And I was like, the lady on the show. He's like, oh, okay.
He's like, I don't care.
He's like, I already
literally
forgot
about
what are you talking about?
Well, the funny thing was this whole episode when they're having, like, Troy was in the living room last night when I was watching it. And I was like, mid-episode, I'm like, why are they not freaking out about this? And Troy was like, seriously, like, if you thought you, like, we would freak out.
Oh, me too. And
I
would 45, get a test immediately.
I know, like, why was she waiting?
I don't know. That was weird. Like, maybe she just thought her period was going to come.
I know, but then he was, like, sad. I was like, bro, what?
Look, when...
And then he's like, I want a son. I was like, okay, that's, like, a gross reason
also,
to have another kid.
Like, not something you can ask for specifically and have it come true.
It used to make me mad when people would ask me, like, because I have 2 boys and they'd be like, oh, are you going to try for a girl? And I'm like, no, because that's a horrible reason to have another child.
It is.
That's an actual horrible reason. And
I think it's different when, let's say, you have all boys or all girls and then you find out you are having a boy or girl and you're excited about that.
Well, that's fine.
That's different, right?
But you don't try just to have one.
Right. And then
human.
Are you disappointed if not? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people ever actually are, but still, just the premise of that. So when I was pregnant with Tegan, I was not 40. Praise the good Lord. But like, I was not trying to get pregnant. And I was very upset.
Yeah. I mean, and that's valid.
When I found out, and it was valid. And I told my husband, don't you dare tell anyone. Because I don't know how I feel. I can't deal with people congratulating me.
I got to like wrap
don't
my
tell
head
a
around
single
it.
person. I told my good friend Corin and she called me. She had to like talk me off the edge because I was so upset. And he was kind of avoiding me for a few days
because
he was really happy.
Oh.
And I knew he was, and it was pissing me off.
Right, yeah, of course.
And so at some point I was crying and he was like, I don't really know what to do because God bless. He's like, I'm really happy, but I also understand why you're not. And he's like, and it is up to you.
Well, good.
But
good
then
words.
I'm like, well, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Now it's all on me.
Oh, now it's mine, you know. And he's like, that's what I mean. I don't know what to say to you.
And that's valid. I'm glad he said that.
I'm here and I'm excited. But whatever happens, happens, you know. And the way I said his parents were going to come over, and I said, all right, let's tell your parents. And he knew if we did that, like
you're in
full steam ahead. And we did. And I actually felt a little better after that, although I still cried every single day.
Yeah, that's
okay. Good grief, when you meet this child, it's like, I'm not saying that like everyone who's nervous about being pregnant should just not be, because there's many, many valid reasons.
And it's not always the right
decision
about to have the baby either.
It is not. But, you know, it's just kind of funny to look back now and be like, oh, this was the thing, like this human is the thing that I was so upset about. But
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's being pregnant is a weird, hard thing, and it's very difficult because literally you are the only one, and it sucks.
Yeah,
because I'm sure he was excited because yay, what does he got to do?
Right,
his life
gets to hold a baby in 9 months.
Yeah, he had some fun one night, and then nothing changes for his body for 9 months. Now, I'm not saying like, of course, I mean, now you'll have a whole new human to take care of and all that.
Of course. Fine. There's still a responsibility there.
Like,
right. It is a lot more on women, obviously.
I get mad at Troy all the time, unreasonably, because I'm like, my body is ruined from, I'm not kidding. Like, this body does not birth babies or do pregnancy well. And it, like, I said the other night, being in a cast of 16 women is great. We were just talking about like having babies, and I've had 2 C-sections, and I said, my stomach is a war field. Like, like when I tell you my abdominal muscles were ripped apart and they never grew back, and I have loose skin hanging in places that it's not fun. And like, it is a disaster. My husband's body is fine.
Yeah. I mean, pregnancy changes your body, and to different degrees for different women, right?
Oh, like, let's not even talk about what happens to your boobs.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole, that's a whole thing.
Let's not even talk about it. Okay.
All right.
We'll move on.
We'll move on.
All right. So I giggled in the beginning where Angela says, I thought by the age of 15 I'd have a love life. I don't even have a like life.
Oh, it's cute.
It was hilarious.
That's really cute.
But then I was like, 15, who was I liking at 15? I was like, oh, 15 was when I had like my first big like boyfriend.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah. Like first legit real boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the age that happens to a lot of people. Not everyone, but
yeah, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but like, yeah, that's about right, I'd say. I liked how, it was Claire Danes in her head. Angela says, sometimes I wish I had a button to push to make me stop talking.
Oh, Jesus, me. Every day.
Because she's like talking to Jordan. It's like, blah, 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 blah. It's just like coming out. She's like, oh my God, make it stop. But she couldn't stop talking. Oh, and then Jordan invites her to see the frozen embryos with Tino.
Tino who never appears.
I'm so glad you said that to me, because now, I mean, I would have eventually figured it out. I've been like, oh, okay, that's the joke. We never see him. But now that I know it, every time I mention him, I just start giggling.
I know. It is. Well, and isn't this, remember when I said in the, in my research that his brother plays the drummer?
Yeah.
Was that him who kept talking and was carrying drumsticks all the time? I meant to look it up to see if that was Jared Leto's brother.
I don't know. It didn't look like him.
All right, let's do it now because your phone's right there.
It is.
Don't do anything else.
She's so pretty. It's on Do Not Disturb, so that's good. I'm just going to go to Safari. What am I asking exactly?
Okay. Ask it drummer. If Jared Leto's which episodes of My So-Called Life is Jared Leto's brother in?
Okay, I like that.
Because then we'll know for sure. I think that's him, but I don't want to say it is, and then it's not.
Right.
Because then we'll say it on here, and then we'll make a clip, and then it'll be wrong, and then people are going to come
really
for us,
and then be like,
and then we'll mess stuff up again. So
all the things. Shannon Leto played the character Shane, the drummer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What episode?
He appeared in a couple episodes, Self-Esteem, which is episode 12, and episode 13. So maybe he's
but it
not.
Says right there why Jordan can't read.
Yeah, so it just must have the wrong episode.
See, AI is bullshit.
Yeah, that is him though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Why he can't read.
That's the fun little fact.
Awesome. Okay. So, when she realizes Jordan found her notebook, Angela. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But like, was it just one piece of paper?
It was a bunch of pieces of paper folded up.
Okay, so that's what I was just thinking. It was like a lot of things. When she
Katie and the
realizes he
notebooks.
found it, I was like, her notebook.
Pause. Look what she brought today, guys. Her notebook.
Because it's at home and I was home.
Why did you cut a page out?
Girl.
It looks like you scissored it out.
No, I'm pretty sure I ripped
Show
that
them
boy.
that.
I don't
she
think
like cut
they'll be able
a
to
whole
see it.
page.
I don't think they'll. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it. That was not today. Here's my guess. I brought it for a podcast recording, used a piece of paper while I was here at the studio, and then ripped it out.
Just randomly?
Probably like wrote a note on it to remind myself to do something and tore it out. It wasn't today that I did it.
You need Post-its.
I do have Post-its. I actually just...
You need them like everywhere.
Okay. I do have some at home, and I do stick them on things.
Well, that's good.
Weird.
I'm glad you use them for what they're intended.
Yes.
I feel like you need them all around, so you don't have to do that.
You're right. And put a set in like every bag I carry, and in each car, and here.
I'm a huge Post-it person. I use Post-its all the time. They're amazing.
Like I have some like at home by my desk, and I just took something next door to the church and had to put 2 Post-its on it with information.
See, thank you for describing your Post-it usage to us. That makes me think of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, which we need to rewatch.
We do. Oh my God, I can't wait. Okay, so when she realizes he found the note,
yes,
and she thinks he's read them, and she starts saying it's like this other boyfriend.
Oh God, hilarious!
But I used your name.
Dead. I know.
But also he's dead. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. And the whole time he's just looking at her blank face because he really didn't read it.
Listen, how she was being in that moment is how I be when I try and lie. I am the worst liar. Now, if I'm doing improv and that's make believe, that's different. But if I'm trying to lie, I would get myself busted all the time because I am a horrible liar.
Yeah.
Like I do all the tells. I do all like the things. Horrible.
That's so funny.
Horrible liar.
Yeah, that scene cracked me up.
Yeah, she was so funny.
Oh, okay. So again, back to Claire Danes' masterful acting.
I know. She's so good.
In that scene, as he's talking to her, the moment that you see she's figured it out.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't say, I can't read her. I'm
right.
blah, blah, blah. It's almost like everything all of a sudden adds up for her.
Yeah. And
like
then it's
the class stuff and the whatever stuff and not reading the metamorphosis and all the things. And he's had this note that she wrote that he doesn't seem to be upset about, so he must not have read it. And you literally see the instant that it clicks.
Yeah.
Just in her face. I was like, dang, that was so good. And the lighting in that scene was kind of good.
I know.
It's kind of shadowy, but they were like inside school. I don't know. It was just really good.
I feel like shadowy lighting follows Jordan Catalano around.
And maybe they did that on purpose.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe
that was
if
his
you think
lighting.
About it. Because
my legs are all weird.
You know how like musicals have a certain theme for one of the characters? Maybe it's like that's his theme lighting. I don't know.
Who knows?
And then the menopause conversation.
Oh, I wrote that too. I said, oh my God, Patty in premenopause. Woo Lord, feel that.
And then she says, pregnant at your age? Is that Camille that says that?
Yeah, this was the mid-90s. Because, I mean, there are a lot of people who be having babies in their 40s nowadays. I don't want to do it because I had babies in my 20s.
You've already been there and done
so
that.
I don't want to do it
Yeah,
now.
I think it was a bigger deal then. And I also said Jared Leto singing and playing the guitar was really good.
I said boys and bands, always trouble.
Always trouble. And the way that I can just imagine teenagers of all genders reacted hearing Jared Leto sing.
Oh.
Must have been swooning worldwide.
Well, we all wanted to know if it was really him. And I think it ended up saying it in the credits or something. Because this was, we couldn't look it up on Google.
Right.
Or it was like in a magazine or something. But I think we all wanted to know, oh my God, he's adorable and can sing. Trouble. And he has floppy hair.
Get out of here. And blue eyes.
Oh, no. Speaking of appearance, I love that Angela's flannel shirt is in like every episode, either on her or somebody else.
I love it too.
Because that was
so
the jam.
So good. So good. I just said I might start calling you Red, Danny.
I don't have red hair.
Well, sometimes you do. And
my hair's been red in like 3 years.
I don't know. I just I think I'm going to start calling her that. Your glasses are pinkish red right now.
Oh, do you mean because of my job?
Also because of your job. Partly because of your job.
Also,
and then when he was singing that song, I was like, that would be a really good nickname for Danny. What? I don't know. Look, guys, I watched this at like 10 a.m. normal time of
Normal
day.
people time.
Wasn't drunk,
Oh,
wasn't tired, was properly
wasn't drunk.
caffeinated.
Like,
and
that's
was
a common
I
occurrence.
was like, man, why have I not called her that?
What do you mean? Because of what it makes sense.
It makes sense to me. I don't know why, but it does.
I guess it makes more sense in this era of life than it would any other. But
true.
But the whole time I was like, when he started singing, I said, "Oh, I think this song's about his dog." I was trying to remember, like I knew it wasn't about
what
her.
it's about, yeah.
And then he said it was about his car, and I was like, "Oh."
The way I laughed, because
Yeah.
that was at the end of the episode, so you kind of go through the whole episode wondering. Of course, you know it's probably not about her, right?
Yeah.
But she thinks it's about her, and even Ricky thinks it's about her, and it's Ricky who gets to the bottom of it. But like, then when he says it's obviously my car or whatever, I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
But speaking of Jordan Catalano, he's such a dick.
I know. Yeah, he just doesn't go over to her house.
Like, what an asshole. Like, he has red flags every episode, and yet. But like, I don't remember him being I don't remember thinking he was a problem when I was a teenager. I just remember being like, oh, he's aloof and he's troubled. Oh, and he's dyslexic, so that's why he's troubled. Which might be, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole.
You can be
troubled and not be troubled asshole.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But I was thinking, like, I've definitely, like, when she was sitting with her parents and, like, he didn't show up when he was supposed to, and she had, like, done her hair and makeup, I've definitely been in that spot. Maybe not with my parents sitting right there.
Yeah, it's
but
awful.
where, like, you know, you really like someone, and either you're waiting for them to show up somewhere they never do, or you're waiting for a call or a text or whatever that never comes.
It's the worst.
And then, like, when you do talk to them, like, I know I could think of a couple people in my mind when I talk to them, it's like, oh,
my bad.
I didn't know that was like really a thing or whatever.
Well, it's because you think it's a big deal and they don't think it's a big deal. And then
which is
it's like
telling.
That moment where it all lines up and you're like, oh,
right.
How horrible.
Yeah. Ugh, it's awful. So they played that well in this.
I agree.
I did think it was cute when Angela's at breakfast drinking coffee and humming. And she's just like in such a good mood. And her sister's like, she's in love. And the parents are like, she's drinking coffee. What's going on? It cracked me up. I liked I like this kind of blossoming sort of weird friendship that's happening with Rayanne and Sharon in the bathroom.
Yeah.
How they keep kind of like, you know, running into each other and
they're
having little moments. The only thing I was thinking, I mean, this is putting too much logic and rationale on what is a fictional scenario, but I was like, maybe they always go to the bathroom at a certain like period of the day, and that's the time they both go or something, and that's why they run into each other. The amount of energy that went into me tried to
That's what grown-ups do. Teenagers do not think ahead like that.
You're probably right.
I don't think they do.
I think my girls do, because they'll be like, I only have enough time between this and this, so I have to go to the bathroom every day.
But that's funny. I didn't even think about that.
And I was like, huh.
That's so funny.
Maybe
I just thought they're in the bathroom a lot.
Or they're in the bathroom a lot. But I liked how Sharon's basically just like, how they're kind of like making this friendship. And then when Sharon's boyfriend is like talking trash about Rayanne, she's like, I don't like her either, but like, who cares who she sleeps with?
But she's like, yes, she's weird or whatever, but what did she say? She's like, I hate her, but like, don't talk about her because of that or something.
Right. Like, that's not the reason, like, we should be like talking about her or whatever. But I like that they sort of seem to maybe be starting to like each other. But anyway, and then the awkward way that Angela does ask Jordan out in the hall, and his friends are just standing there.
I know. That's so high school.
And she's like, so there's like a movie, and he's like, okay, well, sure, let's do that. She's really like asking him, and she's like, but first you have to come to my house, and he's like,
why?
You know,
yeah,
like,
and they're like, Catalano, let's go. But you see, these are the things that kids today don't do, is because everything is done on a device. They don't they don't know how to like have awkward social moments that we had to have like this.
Yeah.
Because they'll just text somebody, hey, you want to go to the movies?
Yeah. But you get to be awkward too.
But
in its own way.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's 100% not. Like, I feel like people are losing how to be social. Like I told you what happened to me at work that day. I just like walk in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? Have a good day. And she's like, it's so nice
She
that
was
you're
shocked. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's where we are as a society. Like you can't even like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know. I'm with
Kids
you.
should have to have awkward and landline conversations. Like you remember calling people's houses and being like, is Jordan there? And it'd be like so embarrassing.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like your parents answer, you're trying to get to the phone before they get
Yes.
there, and then now they're having I remember my dad would be like, "Well, how you doing? How's the
Oh my God, for real?
And I would be like, "Give me the phone." He'd do it with my girlfriends who didn't really care, but like boys too, and I'd be like, "Oh my God!" So
Oh
you'd be
my
trying to pick that phone up
God.
before anyone else. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was so funny.
So bad.
What else did I say?
I didn't have anything
Oh, I
else.
like the inside of Ricky's locker when he opens it. There's like a Michael Jackson
Oh, I didn't even
picture,
notice.
and yeah, it was really cute. What else did I say? I have a few more things.
And you know what's so weird that kids don't have lockers nowadays? It's so crazy to me that they carry around these ginormous backpacks. Are you here with me?
Yes, I'm here. I was trying to did space out for a second.
I was like,
I'm so sorry.
I was like, where's she going?
I was like, some of this I already said.
I was like, is she around?
Which ones do I still need? But yeah,
we're recording a
but
podcast now.
But like, yeah, my kids don't go to lockers at all.
They don't have them anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like my kids' schools do not even have them.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, it was probably more trouble than it was worth.
But it's not like their posture sucks because they're like lugging
true.
these backpacks around.
Right.
It's not good for them, like at all. It's a mess. I hate it.
Yeah. No lockers, at least here, maybe in other parts of the country. Okay, so what I was scanning to see is that, do you remember when cookie dough ice cream was new?
Oh, yeah. It was right around this time.
Yeah. So her having that for her was like
huge.
Like there were probably people that were like, what's that?
Yeah.
Like at that time, which now it's like, you know, whatever.
I was the annoying person who would pick out the chunks of it in the ice cream.
I mean, I think everybody does that.
Yeah. I used to, when Troy and I first moved in together, we would like buy ice cream a lot. And because Troy used to love ice cream and eat it all the time. And I would we'd get like the Ben and Jerry's, you know, and they have like the big chunks of stuff. And I would we'd get peanut butter chocolate, something or other. I would just pick out, be like, can you please stop doing that? Like,
did you used to take the marshmallows out of Lucky Charms too?
100%. Yeah.
You're all right. Just go for what you like. I can support this.
All right. No, that's actually very selfish.
No judgment.
I mean, you should be judging because that's selfish when you live with other people to just take the good parts and leave the crap for everybody else. That's not nice.
It's not.
I don't do that no more.
Okay, that's good.
I don't really eat ice cream much at home because
I don't either.
What
was that? Oh, I keep gum in the refrigerator, and I was like, oh, I love it. I bite into it, and you were like, that sounds terrible. I'm like, it's really good, but because of sensitive teeth.
I can't bite into anything cold. I can't even like eat an apple out of the fridge. I have to cut it up. Okay. Because like,
I feel that. No, I don't.
I will never get my teeth professionally whitened again ever.
That makes it worse.
Oh no, because the process, like I did that light, the Zoom light or whatever. It was the most painful thing I've ever done in my life. It's like, because it goes it like hits your nerves. And then FYI, you get like aftershock pain for hours after it's done. So I would just be in the kitchen and all of a sudden, like my teeth nerves would like, oh, I'll never do it again. I will just have yellow teeth.
Were your teeth really white though?
I mean, this was like a year ago. Yes, they were. They looked really good. But I can't, it fades. I mean, it does, unless I just never have coffee or red wine again.
Please. No, thank you.
Life is too short for that. But I was like, I will never, while I was doing it, I was like, I will never do this again. And then I was in the kitchen with these aftershocks and I would like double over. It was like a contraction in your teeth nerves.
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't have a lot of pain tolerance either. So also.
And your teeth are sensitive. So it's a combination.
It was miserable. I will never do that again. I will just have funky ass teeth.
We'll hold you to it. The reaction that Angela has at the very end when her mom says like, well, when I thought I was pregnant, and then it's just like, what? And she's like, oh, I was wrong. And Angela laughs.
Dies laughing.
I said, that would be my kids.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Mostly because you're just too old for that nonsense.
Correct.
When technically we're not, but also yes.
I mean, I wish I was. I would love to shut this thing down on the inside.
I was literally just talking about that. Maybe because of this episode to my husband at home. I was like, when do I like not have to like protect against pregnancy anymore. Like, can that get here like soon?
I
Because I was like, I got to switch out my IUD, but do I get another 7
Literally.
year? Do I not? Do I take a pill? What do I want to do? And I was like, when do I just like not have to worry
real.
about this anymore?
well, even Troy one time was like, I was like, my period started when I was 11 years old. And I was like, I am 45. And he's like, that is way too long to have to deal.
Thank you.
I'm like, it is.
It
and you know how
is.
much money I've spent on like feminine hygiene products?
Mhm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine the cost in your house with all the women.
It's-
Woo!
It's rather large.
a small loan to pay
Yeah.
for tampons. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's so
It's a lot.
much.
But
If you're a male, good for you.
good on you. Congratulations.
Good for you. Good for you. And if you get squeamish because we just talked about tampons, you got a problem. Get over it.
Good for you. Congratulations. You've been kicked out of the podcast.
No,
I'm
just
kidding.
get over it. Like it's
just
women's
joking.
bodies. Like
It is,
whatever.
it is. I feel like
You can
if
get over
they're
it.
still here over an hour into us talking about these episodes and pregnancy and C-sections
That's
and
so
tampons,
true.
they're probably still here with us.
Okay.
And they're all right. They're doing okay. Awesome. Well, those were 3
That's it.
really good episodes. I
Well,
really
except
liked
we
them.
didn't like the teacher one very much.
The teacher one wasn't my favorite.
So we wouldn't call that really good.
Good point. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3
Really
ain't
good.
bad.
Yeah.
And that's a
some-
song.
What?
2 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
I think it is. Well, don't take my word for it, because everything's a song, in my opinion.
The zit.
The zit.
Top 10 hit.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, next time we'll be talking about episodes 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
So watch beforehand or join us then, even if you're not rewatching with us. As you have learned, we go on all sorts of tangents. So even if you haven't watched these
Unfortunately.
episodes, hopefully you're still listening. And if you found us because of this rewatch, welcome. We have over 225 other episodes
really?
for you. Yep. Oh, I don't know if she's listened this far, but I wanted to say hey to Sarah. She started listening
Of
to our
course she's
show.
listened this far.
I'm sure she has. No, yes, that's Sarah. Sarah,
Oh.
we love you. New listener, Sarah.
Oh, who's our new listener, Sarah?
Sarah, our vocal director.
Oh, yeah, because we're trying to get better about not saying people's last names. 'Cause
Yes.
we'd be throwing people
So
under the
she
bus
reached
all
out
the
to
time.
me, and she had listened to Center Stage. And she goes, oh my God, now I have to watch it.
Wait, she didn't tell me she listened?
She just sent me a Facebook message. Yeah.
How
she
dare.
she said she listened. And so then you know what I sent her?
What?
I said, I don't know what order you're going in. Candy taste testing.
Oh my God.
I was like, when you want
I think she would appreciate.
She would appreciate. I said,
the
when you want to
lunacy.
hear something especially unhinged.
Is that why you re-listened to it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because I sent it to her, and then I was like, I wonder, like, I don't know. She's like, I wonder, I don't even remember how, like, the sound quality is or anything like that. It was all fine.
'Cause you
It
never
was
know.
great. You never know. And it was great. You did the intro with the questions. You had 4 questions.
I used to do it.
I know.
and then I
they
gave
were
up.
really good. They were really good. I
And
was
it
trying to
took-
think what one of them
I'm not.
was.
It took too much brain
One
power.
of your questions was-
Okay.
they were like kind of fun. They were like, what did you love? Blah, blah, blah. Then you were like, did you like to eat dyed sugar with a white stick or something like that? You were
Oh,
like,
for
fun dip.
for fun dip.
But the way that you said it was just like really funny.
No telling. No
Made me
telling.
laugh. It
Katie's
made me
like,
laugh.
that's when she used to be a team player and do the
Yeah,
questions.
I'll probably bring those back. But it doesn't make sense to do on a rewatch where we're talking about the same topic for many, many episodes.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it was a good little catch, but I don't feel like we're at the point we don't need it anymore.
That's also a good
We
point.
just have a thing going.
That's a good point.
That was when we were still trying to figure stuff out,
We were.
and now we're pros.
Obviously, we're just like confidently declaring things facts that are not. That's step 1.
Strong
but,
and
you know,
wrong.
whatever. Anyway, strong and wrong.
Strong and wrong.
We get things
with
wrong
green
here.
teeth because of these.
I know,
These
it's
shirts.
weird.
It's not the background.
You know, there might be like a filter in Riverside. I know there are. I never
no,
look
don't
at
make us
those.
look weird. It's fine.
We look weird enough.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for
Thanks,
listening. We'll
guys.
see you next time as we discuss our rewatch of My So-Called Life here on Generation in Between.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see how long